gonna work. Still don't have it. Go ahead, that work. Still don't have it. Go ahead, that work. Alright, guys. This is the retranslation of Secret of Mana on the SNES, played on the Beard Box, and one of my favorite games of all time. I always give my people. I'm gonna call it. Let's call it. We're gonna call it just. We're gonna call it Kev. Just because, why not? Alright, if you're not familiar with Secret of Mana, it's a great game. But, yeah, it's an action RPG by Squaresoft. The unique thing about this game is that it was multiplayer. It's all kind of Zelda-esque. This is a retranslation, so this is a ROM hack, which has a much more accurate translation, and it also adds back scenes that were taken out of the... I think they were just taken out of the game completely. I don't even think they're there in the Japanese one, so that's really cool. I haven't played through this version yet. The last version of Secret of Mana that I played through was the Steam version, which is actually okay. But I prefer the original. We're just going through the story here. I don't think you can skip this part. First playthrough, whatever. So we'll get through here, and then we'll jump into the game. I'm going to be moving pretty quickly just because I know this game relatively well. It's a nice mode 7 going on there. I'm going to be moving... I always get paranoid with the audio. Anyway, yeah, hey guys, what's up? I'm playing with a makes the smoothens out graphics a little bit, makes them look a little bit more modern. You can turn that off. Like it's on. You have to find it right. So they're looking for treasure. Kev's gonna fall, and we're gonna pick up the Mana Sword. We're gonna kick off this adventure. Alright, here we go. Ouch, phew. Doesn't look like there's a way to climb back up. What should I do? Alright. So, I'm gonna go down here, and we are gonna go over here. Mana Sword is gonna call out to Mr. Kev here. Over the bridge, there's the Mana Sword right there. Got it. And that's what starts off this village. The village is this way, I think. You can't pass without something to cut through the brush. No shadow. Pick up this Mana Sword, he's calling your name. Come and draw the sword. Who's there? What's the sword? Yeah, I finally picked up a CID version like a couple of years ago. It's one of my prized possessions. Just because it's a good ghost. Right, there's Mr. Man Warrior guy. Everything in this game that's important has mana in front of it. We use a Mana Sword to fight the Mana Beast who tries to raise the Mana Fortress. That's the Mana Ghost, and yeah. That's what we do. Alright. got our mana sword here. Now the game turns into, again, if you're not familiar with Secret Mana, the game kind of turns into like a Zelda-like action RPG with a very unique attack mechanic that won't make sense if you're not familiar with this game. So basically, every time I swing, there is a cooldown. You'll see the percentage count up at the bottom there. I can swing as much as I want, but my swing won't be full power unless I wait for that cooldown to go 80%. That's the recharge. Over here. We're gonna run into our first enemy here, a Rabbite. In a place like this, that's nuts. So enemies. You start out this game fighting like these little chibi cute enemies and stuff like that, and then later on they go to more serious enemies. But anyway, that's basically the attack mechanic. You just swing and go to 100%. You get another full power strike. What's this? It's just UPS. Alright. Fight some Rabbites. Have to clear this brush up. Rabbites are pretty easy, but you can use them to get it. I think you can get a quick level here before you enter the town, which is the next part of the story. Maybe you can. Requires farming. I don't think it's worth it. One level here I think would make the first boss, which you kind of fight immediately, a little easier, but it's not. So big with it. Don't worry about it. There are times. There's a reasonable amount of grinding. Maybe wrong. My weapon skill. Okay, so when you see your weapon skill go up, that gives you the ability to hold down the attack button and you can charge and do special attacks. So, you can see the charge bar down there. I have a jump skill now. There's a whole bunch of different weapons in this game, and you can level them up. Or you, every time you get a weapon, you can level up skill. That's This is actually my first time. Oh, I did get it. Nice. I love in this game that every time you gain a level, it refills all of your life, which is awesome because it leads to critical level gains that sometimes seem like. Alright, yeah, I think this is where I go to Kodos Village, which is not home. There we go. We'll see some Kodos. Hey, if it isn't Kev. Love Kev. Perfect. Keeps the description. That's something, see, that's an example there. Something I don't think is in here. Anyway, I'm gonna go up here. These guys are my friends. We're back here. We're talking about Elder. Oh, Kev, you're alright. Timothy and Elliot told me that. Jeez, I thought you were gone or took you long to bolt. Just like I said, taking a guy like this along is a bad idea. Idiots. Didn't I tell you to stay away from there? You conducted yourselves like complete rats. Okay, what do you have there? That's impossible. So they believe that the Mana Sword is protecting the village by getting that stone from there. And by Kev pulling it out, hey, not bad. Oh, bloody hell. The Mana Sword has been removed. Everyone thought it couldn't come loose, but I've heard of the Mana Sword. There's a legend that the village would be annihilated if it's pulled out. I thought that Kev would be the one. So the whole village kind of turns against Kev at this point. Oh, man. His real name's not Kev. You dimwits! Look what you've done! Now this guy's gonna start bullying me. We are gonna fight the first boss, the Mantis. You little seasons. Cut it out! Shut up! Get back here. Wait a minute. Alright. Earthquake. Thank you guys for joining me for this quick live here. Anyway, what I was saying is it's the first time I've streamed on the actual AirPods, which is pretty cool. So. Yeah, sword. So this is the first boss here. Hello, can you hear me? This is a traveler. Hello, he had used movements, strike. So this guy, the Mantis, he's the first one. You can't dodge those. They just kind of hit you, they knock you unconscious for a little bit. Jump. And this game has a weird action queuing system, where if something hits you and you are down, it will queue up the damage and still hit you. This is bad. I didn't pick up any candy or anything. So, this is light. But you can't really die in this way. This thing's gonna kill you. Stand by, I will help. Stay focused. So yeah, he heals you from above. Typically I don't die in this fight, but sometimes you pick up candy. Those are candy are like potions. Again, I'm just describing stuff if you're not familiar with this. Sure. I mean, this guy's got quite a bit of magic for the first boss. On top of any damage. So that's basically the first boss. Not too hard. After every boss, it refills your inner HP as well, which is really awesome, and typically you get a weapon orb. I'll explain what you do with weapon orbs later, but basically, by now. Basically, they allow you to forge your weapons and make them stronger. Well done, wait, and I'll pull you up. Alright, wow, I didn't know anything about the sword, this whole mess is your fault. Alright, so here's the guy. This guy's name is Gemma. Yes, somehow that is the true Mantis. This is a grave situation. Why? What's going on? When the world is on the brink of peril, the legendary Manasword is supposed to be drawn by the hero that will save us. This is really insulting. But you're too young. Something has happened to the sword. They assume you can't be a hero. Here, you can have it. No, that would be useless. The Manasword has lost its power. It must be restored, but that can only be done by the one who took it, so I cannot. What should I do? It would be good for you to hear Sage Rusa. So in Rusa Luca is what they call it here at the Waterfalls. In the original translation, they just call her Sage Rusa. Slightly different here, but this is supposed to be more accurate. For 200 years, Luca has steadily watched over these lands, and will likely have good news. Townsfolk have said, hey, the other wants to see you at his house. With that, I must be going, as I have matters to attend to with my manager. So this game, right now, at this point, we're going to get kicked out of this set the sword and that's going to start destruction for the village. That's essentially what's going to happen. I'm not going to read the entire story, I'm just going to basically, the elder adopted me as a child, raised me up, so he's heartbroken that the rest of the villagers going to turn back on him. And it's just like, hey, get out of here, monsters are coming, you have to get out with the sword, all this stuff. And the elder doesn't vouch for you or anything, he kind of just tells you, hey, my bad, you have to leave. And, he gives you a little bit of gold down here. This chick really lays it on thick. Hey Kev, you off somewhere? Have a good trip. She doesn't know what's happening, so just says have a good trip. Kind of heartbreaking. It's got 50 GP in it, and we're gonna go up and get kicked out of the village. As it is, even I can't be more great. Yeah, see, they're upset because I'm an outsider. I'm like, the original stuff. It kind of tells you that he took you as a child, blah blah blah. Adoption. I actually like you. Yeah, so maybe it doesn't happen exactly that way. But, alrighty, so I can buy stuff here. So candies. One thing I really like about this game is the item system and the weapon system are all super simple. You can hold 4 of each item, and there aren't many items in the game. So here we got some candy, we got some leather overalls, a bandana, a cup of wishes. That's basically the Phoenix Down. This is the antidote here, Shepherd's Purse. That's what they call it here. This is not Shepherd's Purse. I think this is just called an herb in the original translation. This is we're gonna buy some candy. We're gonna actually buy 4 candies, which is the next thing. Yep. I think I have this already. I don't think I need the. Also, the menu system. The menu system in this game is neat. It's just like these rotating different menus for different things. Yeah, I bought that. I have the candy, which is basically all I need right now. Alright, so now this guy's gonna tell me once you're out, you're out. Yes, I have everything I need. And he's letting me out. By order of the Eldar, you are hereby banished from those who damn. That's crazy. To be brought up in a village is banished. So here I have a couple things that I can do. I can use Cannon Travel Center, which is awesome. It kind of instantly gets you where you need to go by way of shooting you out of a cannon, which is a cool way to trip. But it's actually better if you just walk to the Water Palace. You know, Grand Experience and stuff like that. That's what I would recommend. I was talking about the Q system, like the damage Q system. Palace. So there's a couple different things. I can go to the Kingdom of Pandora. Well, actually, Water Palace first. And then you have choices in this game. You can choose where you want to go, what you want to do, in somewhat of a different order at certain points. Not always, at certain points. Anyway, we're trying to finish up options, basically. It forces the enemies to kind of stop. That should wear off. I didn't buy herbs to heal times. Alright, so up here. These plants. Yeah. So Nico's shop. Nico's shop is kind of unique. He appears throughout various places throughout the game. He carries really important items that you can. So if you see him, you can always buy those items. You can also use him to save the game. But he carries important items and is oftentimes like in really critical areas when you might need those items, but he sells them at low price, so he kind of rips you off. But either way, we're not going to see Nico. We don't need him right now, and I don't feel like buying the herbs at double price. So, yeah. Let's see if we can get to Sage Luca, or Sage Russo Luca, as they call it. Alright, I think close to this. Alright, killing those things and that makes. The hitboxes are moving in this game. It's just something you have to get used to, especially when enemies fly. You kind of have to look at their shadows and get used to it. A lot of the treasure chests in this game are booby trapped. That meant to GP inside. So that was good for him. That's live conflict there. I think I'm gonna we're grinding. I don't have to grind at this point, but water first. Yeah, that's good. I'm gonna go. With Luca and learn about the sword. Ow. Not die in the process. And it says something got whacked, that means you. So you can kind of stun lock enemies and stuff like that, but it's using the TP system or something. I have no idea if they changed it. Going this way, water power. I feel like this is different. Maybe it's just because I use canyon travel to get there. So if you use cannon travel, you will be skipping levels. Alrighty. That's good. See the water powers. This is different. I feel like this is different. I'm decently familiar with this game, and I don't remember this one. Okay. Alright, got it. Alright, here we go. Here's the Alright, we're gonna need dialogue here. And we'll see something important later. We are the Pandora Kingdom Witch Suppression Squad. We're going to exterminate the evil witch using the Phantom Forest. I'm actually just trying to find the water palace. Water palace is straight ahead. But that sword you have, how'd you get that? Oh, I just found it recently. It's not too far from me. It's old and rusty, but there's a power in it. It said so. Are you? Wait, what do you mean? When I was young, I was shunned by those around me because of my own power. Well, just know that you're not. So he's nice. Dialogue and Ken. Brothers forever. Alright, so we're gonna go and try to kill a witch. That would become important later. Must be respected leader. Military. I wonder if I'll ever be brave. Alright, so here we go. A lot of palace here. Mr. Gemma, we're waiting. When Minecraft was first becoming a thing, one of the first structures I built. Maybe not. Sorry about that. One of the first structures I built when it was first released is this water palace. But why? But I thought it was cool. Hey, where's Luca at? Guess I'll ask that girl. Yeah, you there. Where's Luca? Watch your tongue. That was graceless. Say to Luca, it's been some time. Ho ho ho, it's good thou hast come. What? This kid is a 200-year-old granny? Oh, so it was this young man that was that's Rollin. Interesting. Rollin. So totally, yeah. Wait. I'm not sure if I'm technical. Yep. They're going to talk about the monsters. She's going to say the mana is in danger, and you have to seal each of the mana seeds in the kingdom, thus starting your quest. Going around and sealing the different seeds in the different kingdoms, and each palace has like a theme. Typically, like elemental, fire, water, all that stuff. There's more stuff. There's shadow, light, stuff. Also, each palace is guarded by a guardian. Guardians are going to give magic and stuff. So, anyway, just kind of giving you guys like a paraphrased version of the story, so I don't have to like all the text for the stream. You have to use the sword to seal the seeds. Interesting. I don't think the vows and stuff like that were all. King known as Gaia's name. These guys. Speaking of dwarves. Yeah, I'm just going to do basic tutorial here. I'm going to seal the seed. What happened? Right. I'm upgrading Mana Fortress. Mana Fortress was a giant fortress. Basically, the civilization was obsessed with mana. They made a fortress. And the fortress, they used the fortress to like suppress the people and stuff like that. And then a mana needs to be like attack the fortress or something. And then the mana hero, the hero of mana, emerged with the mana sword, struck down the beast in the fortress or something like that, and then all of that power got sealed in the mana tree. Like I said, there's a lot of mana sealed. So that's kind of the gist. Should I do this? Okay, I'll just accept it. Now what's then? And sealed and sealed. So basically, the weapon orbs that you get after every boss allow you to level up your weapon's skill. And you level up your weapon skill, your weapon does more damage, and you get more charge attacks and stuff like that. But the mana seeds, every time you seal a mana seed, you can level up your magic, which you're going to have an extra level. So that kind of determines how strong you get. So I have one single mana seed now, which means when I do get magic, I can level it. She also gives me a spear. Another weapon. And she explains that you can level the spear the same way as the sword. First, Jimmy said, make the grid for those guys to suspect that the palace of the depths of the earth is within. Yep, we're going to go to guys evil. First, actually, yeah, guys navel. And guys navel is where you get your first new character. And that is also if you were going to play two-player at the same time. That's when the second player can actually control the weapon, switch to the spear. Gaia's Earth's spear is actually quite powerful. As you can see, I haven't even leveled it up yet. It's doing 2 more damage. So that was a pretty good bit before. Anything good? Guys, there isn't that. Did I just son of a bitch in this exit game? Accidentally. luckily, I just saved it, so we can jump. The reason why I accidentally exited the game, I was hitting select and start at the same time. Select and start is how you exit the game. So, switch back to the screen. Sorry about that. I thought there was a map. Maybe there is. Maybe we get a map. Right. We're gonna 16. There. Now, mushroom. Let's see if this is we can use cannon. We have to. I think we have to head towards Aura. The map is not that good. Just trying to remember stuff. Forest. So this is actually a place in the game where you have a choice. You can choose to go directly to guys, or you can hit the Pandora's Village. You can actually get another character that you're supposed to get third. You get them second instead. I'm not gonna. There we go. That was good. Okay, so now I can charge up the spear, and the attacks are different for each one. So let's see what my first charge attack is. Let's charge back to this. Oh, this one will be back to this one. Right outside Nico shop. I don't know. So skip over that. I'm gonna use a candy, even though I don't need it right now, but I'm gonna use it in anticipation of me finding a candy, because as you saw, I already have 4, and one dropped in a chest that I wasn't carrying. So, oh, goblins. Oh, these goblins are gonna get that. That's right. Alright, this is where we're going to see one of the other characters here. These little gobbos kidnapped me. They're trying to roast me up. Ouch. Hey now. Move. Only half cooked. Hold still. Cook good. Only future is delicious. Wow, please stop. I feel like these guys smell different. They look very tasty. We're gonna get saved by this one of the other characters. Dance begin. There we go. That's one of the other characters right there. We're not going to get her yet, but she's saved right now. Oh, actually, we do get it right away. I'm at a loss, you airhead. What are you doing? Just help me. Alright, let's run away. Thank you, but what are you doing in a place like this? Looking for someone. So when I saw you in there, I thought him. I guess it's just supposed to be him. We'll say when we go over. Hey now, what? Oh, come on, I'm in a hurry, so I'm gonna keep going. It'd be best if you head back to where you're from later. Hey, wait, yeah, I guess. That tells you beware of goblins. It's interesting that goblins hang out right next to the sign that says beware of them. Sure. Is this game? I don't want to go to Canada because to towards Portis Village where the cannon drop is. Shepherd's Purse. Okay. That is a different translation. That is I love this. When I first played this game and I was cannon drop the first time I was playing, I loved the mode that you just fire you out of a cannon. The only way to travel. And when you fall, it does damage. Okay. Alright, so this is the first time where we've run into Nico again. And this time's out of his house. So yeah, there's an out right there. Yeah, we need it in some strange places. So this is what I was talking about. We need some places and stuff like that. Items. Which is good. So we see first. And you can buy stuff. I'll show you that the stuff is very expensive. It's got some interesting stuff, but you want to see. If you look, here, candies are 22p. In the regular store, they are 10. So everything's stuff. I don't know what's for you. No. We're gonna go to the depths of Guy's navel and fight our second boss. I'm saving gold. The reason I'm saving gold is the first equipment I have is equipment here. It's kind of required for the boss. It's also very expensive. These blobs are super good. Oh, the limitations. So at any point in time, there's only 3 enemies allowed in this room. So if you're at that point, like right now, there are 2 blobs and 1 goblin. So the blob cannot multiply to the goblin. If I kill the goblin, he can multiply to 3. So you have to kind of time things. You have to kind of choose who you want to attack. The goblin is being annoying, so it's okay to kill him. Now, see, now this blob can multiply if I don't spell him. And those things can just become like endless fights, which can be annoying. There are multiple kinds of enemies that can multiply, and you can use that 3 enemy screen thing as like a strategy to figure out what to do. So, anyways, there. I don't know if it's just like a limitation of this. Here. I always forget I have a charge. Ow! So he could be mid-charge attack. That's that guy's gonna stuck against that touch there. These guys have give a lot of experience. This game, this release goes, I think this game came out between Final Fantasy IV and Final Fantasy VI. It was a very different game at the time. Very popular. Not most people still games. That's magic spell. Makes it put out of your head. Place for damage. Which can be very bad if there are still enemies on the screen and stuff. So dominoes. Just kind of look at it. So when you look, leading up to this next boss. This next boss can take multiple times. He does a fair amount of damage. There's definitely a step up. This is two bats at the same time, because one can use that stupid little attack with the other one, so it's still not alright, here is the silver. You can also run, so running uses your stamina there, so forgot about that. You can only run in a straight line, so you can't turn as you're running the guys. So I can leave them sleeping while I kill this mushroom, and I don't have to deal with them at the same time. And I can charge up, and I can make my armor, and I can leave the other guy. So, ow. Alright. We're almost to this cave. Alright. The magic rope. Oh, the magic rope is like an escape pipe. It allows you to like instantly go back to the entrance. This block is not here. But I want to make sure we first unlock him so he doesn't have the damage to him. So he doesn't have like spike damage before. Almost to the north, and that is where you are definitely going to know that this is a square game. There's nothing, so it's great. It's just probably using here. Oh, there we go. There. That's pretty much critical level. So you get healed. You're getting a fair amount of healing, which is great. Hit. Okay, so there's a blob here. I want to try and like kill him first, because he can't multiply right now because of stuff. But now he can. No. Jeez. Get off this bridge. This. I have to push these guys back. No. No. Whee! That was very, very close. Ouch. These guys are awful. Okay, I'm gonna have to try and kill them at the same time. Actually, this is don't need to kill them all. There we go. There we go. Goblin gets back. So hit this switch. It's gonna drop the rock down. Allow us to get to. Here we go. Here's the dwarf. Dwarves look just like the dwarves from Now, the first thing I want to do is item shop, the same as the item shop. Watt can do cool stuff for you. He is the one that powers up your weapons with your dwarves. He's really flexible. So here, this is easy. I want to equip myself the best stuff, which is this Spikes 2. I already got the wristband. I'm going to get myself candy. Now, it's expensive to have forge stuff for you. So, let's see. Way less than before. Alright, let's start plot. Hey, see here. It's a turtle shape. We can leave it like that and break it apart. Yeah, plots. So he's gonna make my sword the second iteration of the sword, which means I will also be able to get the second skill. So the mana supporting him, as you can see, my sword is no longer rusted. It's silver, but now he's hit the mana sword with his hammer. His hammer becomes more powerful. His hammer to fix other weapons and stuff like that. So now I got a more powerful sword. But as I go down, more stuff. I'm just gonna try and fight second boss, but we'll see. This is where you'll also get the next character. Yes, welcome to the Dwarf Village, Hut of Spectacles. So he asks you for 50 GP, so you flush the show. And he kind of tries to swindle you out of something. You're about to see an exceptionally rabbite man. Take one rabbite and then take one man and it's rabbite man. So they just put the two up there. Kept its man. This is a focus. And I'm like, no, it's okay, we have another thing. And there's the sprite. Sprite is the other character. He specializes in packaging. So that he has a debt that you have to pay off, but they're together trying to money. Yes, I will do. And look, now he's big. I just tell you to leave after getting the money, but you can go backstage and you learn about their plan to swindle you. How do you like that? Strength of my performance. That guy is about to cry. Come on, the way I spun the tail was pretty good too. Oh, did you hear that just now? Please forgive us. This child really is a sprite child. Up until recently, probably lived in the sprite forest, but at some point was swallowed by the flood and carried here. But we could earn travel expenses for a trip back home against my better judgment. So, yeah, what a good bit. Alright, now we're going to refund your money. And the sprite is because we have to go out with my box. Last 5 minutes. There we go, there's an earthquake. This guy's a little tough. It's hard. Only hit him out of his shell. That after dodges. Let's see. But if you don't buy that armor, those pumpkins do so much better. So it only hit me. There we go, got it. Alright, it's the second boss. And I'm going to end my stream there. Thank you guys for joining me. I might play through this game in a few streams just because I really love it. And being able to stream and play on the beer box is actually really, really cool. So, yeah. That was beer orb. So we're going to go out. Yeah, thank you for saving the village. And then the sprite is going to join your party. And on the next stream, we will tackle party dynamics. Handle this in playing single player. Don't have another player to control. Because it's kind of interesting. AI does it. They're just telling me where to go. Sprite lost his memory, so he has no idea who he is, where he lives, like that, so he has to go with him. Alright, now... just tweaking my way around. I'm gonna decide, we'll call you... Bad to never missed. Okay, there we go. I got bad. That's a good name. Secret of Mana on the beer box. Yeah, I know. I'm just trying to get to a point where I can save it. Anyway. Oh, we got a new weapon too. So the sprite comes with a boomerang, but also you get a bow and arrow. And Blacksmith Watts was looking for us, but that's okay. We're gonna go to the room just so we can see. Alright, so I don't need to. That's it for this stream. Appreciate you guys joining me, and I'll see you guys on the next one.